The cryptocurrency industry is being shaken to its very foundations by breaking news, which is sending waves of excitement and uncertainty through the networks of investors, dealers, and fans all across the world. Since Ripple is one of the most significant players in the blockchain business, the digital asset space is currently experiencing a flurry of speculation, and all eyes are currently focused on the cryptocurrency. A momentous statement has just been made by Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, and it has sent shockwaves to travel across the entirety of the XRP ecosystem. The significance of what has just been disclosed has caused the atmosphere inside Ripple headquarters to become electrified, as staff and stakeholders are coming to terms with the information. In an event that is currently being referred to as the Great Burn, Ripple is reportedly permanently removing 50 billion XRP from its escrow account. This information comes from sources that are close to the firm. This action is incomparable to anything that has ever been done in the history of digital currencies, and it is already being heralded as a game changer for the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem. This is a permanent withdrawal, which means that a significant amount of the entire supply will be removed from the market permanently. This is in contrast to what happened with prior escrow releases, which temporarily released XRP for market circulation. Given that this move has a significant impact on the tokenomics of XRP, it is impossible to overestimate the magnitude of this action. Take into consideration the repercussions that would result from a 50% reduction in the supply that is already in circulation, at a time when demand is increasing from institutional investors, corporations, and retail consumers alike. The market is already reacting, as seen by the increase in trade VO, looms, and the flurry of predictions and analysis that can be found on social media. In light of the fact that liquidity is becoming increasingly scarce, analysts are already projecting that this extraordinary supply shock will drive the price of XRP well over $10,000 per coin, and possibly even much higher. In the next days, Ripple, XRP, and the whole cryptocurrency environment may see a historic turning point that might have a significant impact. According to papers that have been said to have been leaked and are currently circulating online, a series of secret conversations took place behind closed doors at Ripple. There appears to be a sense of urgency among the leadership of the corporation, as seen by the documents that have surfaced on social media and cryptocurrency forums. The documents demonstrate that Ripple's top executives were under great scrutiny, both from the community and from regulatory agencies, as suspicions of a significant supply burn began to circulate. This attention came from both in the community and from regulatory bodies. Over the course of several high-stakes meetings and heated arguments, the board unanimously decided to sanction the burn in order to respond to the growing pressure from the community and to align itself with the evolving clarity of the regulatory framework. Ripple reached a significant turning point with this choice, which indicated a daring new path for the company's future. Garlinghouse may have personally championed the effort, framing it as a strategic move to both stabilize the market and reward loyal holders, according to recordings of deepfake videos and messages made by artificial intelligence (AI) within the company. In spite of the fact that they have not been verified, these digital leaks have stoked curiosity and excitement among the XRP community, which has added to the drama that has surrounded the announcement. The reasoning is straightforward, but it packs a big punch. Scarcity becomes the defining driver of value when half of the supply of XRP is permanently locked away to prevent it from being used. The purpose of this action is to bring about a fundamental change in the economics of the token, which will result in each remaining XRP being regarded as more valuable by investors. The charts that project supply and demand reveal that if the lockup is implemented, there will be a dramatic increase in price. The charts depict an almost vertical leap that has the potential to surpass any prior XRP rally in the history of the cryptocurrency. According to analysts, there is already speculation about the possibility of gains that will break records. This is a chance that comes along only once in a lifetime for investors who are aware of the strategies and timing involved in such a move. One that has the potential to transform the landscape of digital finance and rewrite the history of fortunes. It is impossible to emphasize the sense of desperation that surrounds the Great Burn. After it has been established that these 50 billion tokens are permanently locked, the market will never again experience a supply equivalent to this amount. Any reluctance could result in missing the initial wave of price discovery, leaving latecomers trying to find a solution at a significantly higher cost per coin. Every tweet, every rumor, and every snippet of supposed insider knowledge is being analyzed by forums and influencers on social media, which is already blazing with activity thanks to social media. At this point, even casual observers are starting to get a sense of the scale. Ripple is not only decreasing the supply of supplies, the norms of scarcity in digital finance are being rewritten as a result of this. The dynamics of prices are apparent and consistent, since an increase in demand combined with a drop in supply of 50% results in a significant increase in prices. The repercussions are not limited to the immediate impact on prices, they are far-reaching. In anticipation of a market in which acquiring XRP becomes significantly more difficult, institutional investors are likely to speed up their accumulation tactics. It is possible that businesses that are considering using RippleNet for treasury and payment operations would view the token not just as a settlement asset, but also as a store of value due to the fact that it is permanently burned. This is also expected to attract additional retail investors, according to analysts' projections. A cascading effect that further magnifies the supply-demand mismatch is created when people are drawn to a product by both the media coverage and the fear of losing out on something. Ripple is, in essence, constructing a market system in which scarcity is the driving force behind value, and individuals who act early stand to benefit disproportionately from the potential benefits. As of right now, the story of the Great Burn is already influencing how the general public views XRP. Through the permanent locking of 50 billion coins, Ripple promotes itself as a firm that is attentive to the needs of its community while simultaneously taking courageous and unprecedented actions to increase the value of the asset. The significance of this action is felt across social, institutional, and this is a digital asset that is not only uncommon, but also becoming more and more important for the operations of modern financial institutions. It is being referred to by analysts as the most significant supply-side event in the history of cryptocurrency. According to projections, the price of $10,000 per XRP is just the beginning. There is the possibility for exponential growth as liquidity becomes more restricted and adoption rates increase. Exchanges and trading platforms are seeing increased levels of anxiousness as the narrative continues to unravel because of the countdown to the lockout. Once-in-a-lifetime burn and XRP supply shock are two phrases that are dominating the conversation on the internet. Traders are adjusting their positions, institutional wallets are growing, and the conversation is dominated by these phrases. Each and every component, including charts, memos, images generated by artificial intelligence, and conversation on social media, contributes to a narrative of inevitability. The level of XRP that is now available on the market is poised to reach an all-time low. These individuals who are aware of the significance of this occasion are aware that time is of the utmost importance. If there is even a tiny delay, the opportunity to purchase XRP at the rates that existed prior to the burn may be lost, leaving just the post-burn boom for those who entered the market later. The excitement that surrounds XRP is real, and it can be seen in everything from boardroom strategy to the anticipation of retail investors. All of the characteristics that distinguish XRP from other cryptocurrencies, such as its limited supply, its dedicated leadership, its vision for the future, and its global community that is ready to react to market-moving events, are encapsulated in the Great Burn. This community is varied, actively involved, and prepare to take action. The formation of a convincing story of market engineering, along with the combination of persistent scarcity, rising demand, and strategic market positioning, creates the conditions for a price surge that will be unprecedented in its magnitude. Investors are keeping a careful eye on the situation, waiting for the next significant move. A supply-side adjustment is not the only thing that this is. This adjustment in strategy has the potential to completely reimagine the market. It is a proclamation that XRP is entering a new era, one in which scarcity, acceptance, innovation, and investor excitement